At this point, this cat stance is where I start a demonstration in the figure 8 video. I'm going to do the same thing from the side, and then I'll talk through it. And I've just gone further than I did on the side. Now I'll talk through that. The very beginning, after the sun rises and the sun sets, someone comes in and attacks you. They're coming with a fist right at the breastbone. So the first thing you do, I'm in Wu Chi, I'm going to shift to the side so that when they hit, it doesn't hit my breastbone, but it hits the soft tissue to the side. I'm not going to just do that, but that's a start. So rather than getting hit sent straight on, they're coming at me. They're coming at me with energy. Their yang energy is coming in. And so my first rule of engagement is slightly get myself off center. So I'm moving that direction. And then right as their fist hits my chest, ideally, I reach up, I rotate my body, I grab the incoming fist, and then I step up into cat stance. This hand is down here blocking, so I've got them. Now what happens if I were to grab your wrist and start pulling you, what are you going to do? You're going to pull that opposite direction. So you came in with yang, I took your yang energy, I created a bit of a negative or empty space, I grab it, I continue. So that negative space was for me to get into the engagement. Now I'm saying, yes, let's keep going forever in that direction. And if you don't let go, you're going to fly that way. That works for me. So I've got you. You're coming at me. So now I'm going to step out. As soon as you start to pull backwards, then I accommodate your desire to not be pulled in my direction. You get to choose the direction, and then I help you. I push you back. So that's what we're doing at the very beginning of the form. We'll go through those kind of details throughout the form. Even if you don't know the intention, you can still go back to things like gripping feet, knees bent, tailbone tucked. If you don't know anything else, tuck your tailbone. That's always a good choice. And actually in cat stance, I've tried to habituate, anytime I get into a cat stance, tuck the tailbone. And here's something that would be, I think, considered Qigong. You're in a cat stance. So for a cat stance, if I simply take either foot, I'm going to go ahead and take my right foot rotated about 45 degrees. I'm going to push my weight over into that foot. So now there's no weight on the left foot. I'm going to simply take that left foot and I'm going to step it a little bit up and maybe a little bit in. Now I'm going to stay right in front of the camera. There should be a gap here, maybe a telephone pole or maybe narrower. Now I'm holding a ball. Remember, holding a ball, I've got tiger claw protecting my groin. From here, notice the weight on the ball of the front foot. So in my case, my left foot is forward. As I tuck my tailbone, nope, I think it's a little bit too far forward. Okay, there we go. If I tuck my tailbone, there's a slight increase of weight there. So as you tuck your tailbone, you'll know that your other foot, the foot that doesn't have the weight on it, still has slightly more pressure. And that tells me that you're engaging your skeletal structure and your ligaments, and you're getting things connected. So that's the tailbone really helps lock in that bottom half. And then once I've tucked in the tailbone, then I can step out, set the foot down, weight still back, and then I rotate forward as I come to the weight on the front foot. Notice we're doing the figure 8 right there. When I retreat back, and then I shift my weight. So the figure 8 is throughout the form. And again, if you don't know what to do, you're in cat stance, tuck your tailbone. Wu Chi, tuck your tailbone. Bow and arrow, tuck your tailbone. That's a good thing you can do. And in fact, I often will practice during the form. I'll set an intention of doing one thing, and try that. If you ever practice, if you start practicing the form, set an intention and say it out loud. It engages a different part of the brain. I intend to tuck my tailbone as often as I can. And then you work on that throughout the form. Working on that one thing, if you start to regularly tuck your tailbone, you won't tend to stand like this. You'll notice when you start to stand like this, notice I'm tucked out. And what happens when you do this? I'm compressing my lower back. So great, I'm compressing my lower back. I'm making it tighter. This tailbone tucking straightens that lower back and it stretches it out. And then you add the fontanelle. And now you've got a nice stretch on the back and you're keeping your lower back supple and stretched. I'm off topic. Anyway, we'll continue working through the form. Hope this is working for you. Let me know.